I think overall, yes, crime has been down. If you looked at 2019, our shootings were at the lowest level since 2011. We were doing pretty good. But then in 2020, we had a 90% increase in shootings compared to 2019. And you said the pandemic, I don't blame it on the pandemic, I blame it on the lockdowns that were championed by Democrats and that were continued far too long, to the point when we all knew that they weren't working. We had half the states were open, half the states were closed. The states that were open, their economies were thriving. They didn't have more people dying. They didn't have more people sick. They just had a lot less shootings, and they had their kids in school. But we in New York spent the entirety of last year locking down our schools, locking down our economies. And when you don't have adults going to work and when you don't have kids going to school, that's what happens. You have people wandering the streets doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. So I'm not going to say Byron Brown's done a horrible job with crime. I think if you look at the course of his career, we're trending in the right direction. But when Cuomo locked down New York State, when Mark Poloncarz tyrannically locked down Erie County, Byron Brown didn't say one word. He didn't say, our kids must be in school. You can't just not send kids to school for a year. He didn't stand up for the small businesses that got closed down. And so that's really frightens me, because Kathy Hochul has not indicated that she's going to be a different kind of leader than Andrew Cuomo. She's going to use any excuse she can. She already said she's contemplating bringing back masks. It's just a matter of time. You know, when we get into the fall, we're going to have more cases. This virus is seasonal. When it's warm weather and people are outside, it transmits less. When it's cold weather and people are inside, it's going to be more. So when we get into November and when we get into December, Kathy Hochul's going to try to close down our schools again. She's going to try to close down our small businesses again. India Walton will do whatever she says. Byron Brown will do whatever she says. And we're going to see kids not in school again, and we're going to see small businesses closed again, and we're going to be right back where we were. So that's my biggest issue with Byron Brown. Not that he hasn't been an effective leader on crime, but that he won't stand up to people who are destroying Buffalo. I don't see any way around that, and he hasn't given one indication that he'll grow a backbone and he'll stand up to Mark Poloncarz and he'll stand up to Kathy Hochul when they try to close us down again.